Hey there, welcome back. My name is Katie if you're new to my channel, and this is Louisiana Cooking and Living. And we boiled crawfish the other day, and so today we are going to make a crawfish and sausage pasta, or you could call it a crawfish boil pasta because the sausage came from the crawfish boil also. And we will insert real quick right here some clips from the crawfish boil. So we are going to make this pasta today. I'm super excited. Last week we did crawfish last week too. What did we make? Oh, the crawfish bisque, a creamy style crawfish bisque. Typically, crawfish bisque is a dark roux with stuffed crawfish heads, and that's what a crawfish bisque is in Louisiana. And the reason why I named that one crawfish bisque because it was actually an adaptation of a crab and corn bisque recipe I found, and I put the crawfish in instead of the crab. And my husband said it was one of the best things he's ever eaten that I've made. So if you haven't checked out the recipe, I would highly recommend you do that. I will post it up here in the cards, and you can check that out. But we're going to get started on doing this crawfish fettuccine crawfish boil pasta. I'm not sure what name I'll give it, but like most pasta dishes, I kind of make it up as I go. I kind of taste it, add stuff to it. I don't really follow recipes for pasta, but so I have some boiled crawfish that we have peeled, and I have about a pound of that here. You can purchase, if you don't live in Louisiana, well, if you live in Louisiana and you don't necessarily have a crawfish boil with leftovers, I always try to make sure my husband buys a little extra so I can have leftovers to cook with. Last year I made crawfish étouffée for you guys, or crawfish pie, and I can also leave that up here in the cards too. Something to do with extra leftover crawfish. And so you can buy frozen crawfish tails in the grocery store. They have them from China, but they do also sell them that say certified Cajun or product of Louisiana on them. I'd highly encourage you buying, I would say buying local. They're local for us, but local to America, I would say if you are in America and you can find the ones from Louisiana. Supports our crawfish farmers, and also it's a higher quality product than the crawfish from China. So let's just go ahead and get started. So here I have about a pound of crawfish tails that we have peeled from our crawfish boil. So these are seasoned with our crawfish boil seasoning, obviously. You can purchase, and let me just show you real quick. I'll go grab it. I don't have any of the powder because we used it all in the boil, but they have the liquid here. This one's garlic and onion. They have just regular, they have, I think, lemon and garlic, or lemon and onion. There's a lemon one too. You can use a little bit of this liquid. You can use some of the powder crawfish boil stuff just to kind of give it that taste if you want to give it the crawfish boil flavor. Anyway, so I have a pound of the crawfish here. I have some leftover sausage from the boil. We'll chop this up. I have some garlic here. I told you about these before, where I buy garlic in bulk at Costco. They have organic garlic cloves already peeled for about $10, and I throw them in the food processor, scoop them with a cookie scoop, put them on a sheet pan, stick them in the freezer, flash freeze it, and then you could just pull out portions of, I put them in a Ziploc bag to store them, and you could just pull out portions of garlic whenever you need it, and it's like fresh chopped garlic ready to go. I have a shallot that I purchased, and then I just went to the garden and got some onion tops. When you're growing onions in the garden, you're supposed to trim the tops off them to force the energy of the onion into the bulb. So, but you can eat these. It tastes just like a green onion. So we'll go ahead and get all this chopped up, and then we'll move to the stovetop to get going. So I'm just going to slice the sausage and then cube it up so that it's not huge pieces. Since I don't have a lot left, I kind of want to be able to spread it out a little bit. with the leftover potatoes from the crawfish boil. My husband had made some potato salad. We don't let anything go to waste. All right, I'm just going to put this over here with my crawfish so it's out of the way. We'll get the shallot chopped up. If you don't have shallots, you can always use like a purple onion for this. And if you've watched my channel long enough, you have seen that I pretty much serve Caesar salad with anything like this. That's my go-to. And that's what we will be having tonight. Looks like this shallot was about to sprout. Pull this center out. I don't want that little sprouting edge. So we're going to be using fettuccine today. I do have my pot of salted water on the stove top already heating, so we can get that going because the sauce isn't going to take long. We're going to use some chicken stock that's homemade, and I can link that video to you guys because I've canned that for you before. And then we're going to use some cream. I harvested these yesterday, so they're kind of wilty. And we will sprinkle these on at the end to give it some freshness at the end. Parsley is not anywhere near being ready to harvest, so we will use these green onion tops, or onion tops that are green. And again, not let anything go to waste because typically you just harvest them or trim the onions and just leave them. So we'll move over to the stove top and we will get cooking. All right, so I have my Dutch oven here. I talked about this in my video that was my 5 favoritist, is that a word? My top 5 kitchen utensils I have. So this is my Dutch oven here. I love it. I use it all the time. We're going to put some butter in here. I'm going to say a couple of tablespoons. And then I'm going to put some olive oil. I want the flavor of the butter, but I'm going to use the olive oil so that the butter doesn't burn. It's a good little trick you can do. It helps with that smoke point. Just a little bit, another tablespoon or so. And I'm going to throw my shallots in here. We'll get these sauteed up. In a second we'll add their garlic. We don't want the garlic to burn. So the shallots for now. All right, so this I'm going to say is like 4 tablespoons of chopped garlic, 4 to 5, kind of depending on how garlicky you like it. We love garlic around here. I told my husband, I was like, we should have saved the garlic cloves from the crawfish boil to throw in here. That's typically what I would do with them. I don't know if they just all got eaten. As soon as that garlic hits the hot oil, it smells so good. All right, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt because boiled seafood has a lot of salt in it. We're just going to add a little bit. Some Redmond real salt here. I'm just going to add about a 1/4 teaspoon, and we'll taste it later and see if we need to add a little bit more. I just don't want to put too much in there for now. I'm going to turn my fire up on my pasta water, get that going, because this is not going to take long. All right, so now I'm going to add my meats in here to get these heated through. Pasta is a very quick go-to dish. All right, so now I'm just going to add a little bit of flour to make a roux to thicken up our sauce. That was about a tablespoon, maybe. Just let that flour cook for a bit. All right. So I just have a pint of chicken stock here. For now, I'm just going to add 1 cup of, about half of this, about a cup of it. It's about half. And now I'm going to go in with some heavy whipping cream. I think for now that was about a half of a cup. I'm so bad with measurements, you guys. I'm so sorry. Let this cook for a minute to thicken up. And now that's how quick that was, and we're just waiting on our noodles now. All right, so we'll be back when our noodles are ready to go into the pot. All right, so our crawfish pasta sauce has thickened up nicely. You can kind of see how it's thick. And we are going to add our pasta to it. It is now finished. Let me grab some hot pads. I ended up adding about another 1/4 cup of cream to this, so a total of 3/4 of a cup. And I'm just guessing. I tasted it. The salt level is fine. But like I said, crawfish from Crawfish Boil is pretty salty. So if you're not using crawfish that was boiled in the Crawfish Boil, you might need to add a little bit more salt. And you also want to put some Cajun seasoning in there if you're not going to use the Crawfish Boil to season it. I do have on Etsy on my storefront page crawfish seasoning that I make, if you're interested in that. Don't want to lose any of these noodles. All right. Toss this around in here. I think I'm going to get some tongs to make that a little easier. At this point, we'll add our green onion tops for some pretty color. If you don't have those, you can use chives, you can use dried chives, you can use parsley, anything just to kind of give it a little freshness. I think probably might want some more of those little onion tops. Let me grab a few more and chop them real quick. I just stored these in a Ziploc wrapped in paper towels that I just dampen a little bit. Oop. Chop a few more of these real quick. All right, we got a few more of these chopped up just to make it look pretty. Like I said, to add some freshness to it. Now, who would turn this down? Crawfish boil pasta. I was actually tempted to cut some corn off the cob from the crawfish boil and throw it in here too. All right, let's serve some of this up. Get a little bit of my crawfish and my sausage. Throw a little bit more green on top. Let's give this a taste test. So when I made the roast beef po' boys, I had used like a hoagie roll or a sub roll. And I told you about a brand of French bread here from New Orleans called Leidenheimer's French bread. That's typically what's used in a restaurant to make a po' boy. So today I actually found, sometimes you can find these local in our stores, these French bread rolls. So this is the name of that bakery, Leidenheimer, and these are little French rolls. So this is what we're having on the side of our pasta tonight. So we'll take along with our Caesar salad. So we'll take a look. All right, let's get a bite and taste. A little bit of noodles. I'm gonna have to cut this. Let me set it down so I can cut it. Oh, I meant to shave some Parmesan to go on top. I'll get that in a minute. A little bit of crawfish, a little bit of pasta, a little bit of sausage. It's so hot, it's steaming. I'm looking for a napkin. Sorry about that. It's so good. Have you ever had boiled crawfish before? And then you take it and put it in something like this. It is so good. I'm not a huge fan of Alfredo-y sauces, like creamy sauces, but just that crawfish boil just so comes through. I hope you give this a try, even if you don't live in Louisiana and you can find crawfish in their freezer section. Give this recipe a try, throw in a little bit of crawfish boil, and see how much you like it too. But thanks for watching, and I'll leave links in the description box of my Etsy channel. Like I said, I'll put cards up for the different videos I referenced and any of the equipment I use in the kitchen that I love to use every day. I'll leave those linked in the bottom also. And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.